You know that feeling, right? That little gap between what you really want to achieve and what you actually get done? Well, today, we're not just going to put a name to that gap, we're going to learn how to close it. And it all starts with rethinking leadership, moving from a style of just giving commands to building a culture of real growth. So, does this chart look a little too familiar? Yeah, it's the story for a lot of us. That blue line, that's our ambition, right? Shooting for the moon. But the red line? Well, that's reality. It's often a slower, tougher climb. And that space in between, the one that just seems to get wider and wider, that's what we're talking about today. That space, that chasm, it actually has a name. It's called the gap of discontent. And believe me, it's more than just a catchy phrase. It's a very real roadblock to getting where you want to go. So what is it really? It's not just a difference on a performance chart. It's an active thing. It's a place where our best ideas and our team's amazing potential can just get lost. It actively gets in the way of real, meaningful professional growth. And this gap, it isn't empty. Oh no, it gets filled with all the tough stuff. The mental exhaustion, spending too much money, making bad calls because you're rushed, and just a total lack of planning. It can even start to affect your life at home, causing all sorts of stress and burnout. These are the real consequences of living in that gap. All right, so how do we start building a bridge over this thing? Well, the foundation isn't some new strategy or a fancy process. It's people. It is always, always about the people. It's such a simple idea, but it's probably the most powerful truth in business. You can have the most brilliant plan in the world, but if the people who are supposed to build it aren't supported and motivated, you're never going to get there. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. It really gets to the core of why so many great ideas just fizzle out. It's almost never because the vision wasn't good enough. It's because there wasn't enough investment in the very people hired to make that vision a reality. So, this reality basically puts every leader at a fork in the road. You have a choice to make. And believe me, the path you pick will decide whether your team builds that bridge across the gap or just falls right into it. So on one path, you've got the old school command and control. It's all about the leader, top-down orders, and just making sure people do what they're told. But then, there's the other path, learning and growth. This one is all about the team, working together and focusing on the why behind the work. The difference couldn't be clearer. Now, the choice might seem totally obvious, right? But our daily habits, they can sometimes lead us down the wrong path without us even realizing it. So let's just ask it straight up. Which one of these actually helps you succeed, and which one just leaves you stuck? And the answer, it's not some quick fix or a new management trick. It's a fundamental shift in thinking. It's about being intentional, about building a culture of growth from the ground up. This is where we stop talking about the problem and start building the solution. And here's the magic connection. A growth-oriented leadership style isn't just about being the nice boss. It's a strategic move. It's an investment in your team's self-worth. And when people feel genuinely valued, they don't just clock in and out. They perform, and they do it consistently. Think about it. It's a pretty simple equation. When people feel valued, when they feel trusted and invested in, they bring their A game to work every single day. A team with high self-worth doesn't just meet expectations, they blow them out of the water. So, what does this actually look like day to day? It's not complicated, really. It starts with small, consistent things. Genuinely ask for people's opinions. Get behind team-building stuff. Frame performance reviews around growth, not just pointing out flaws. And this one is huge. Get in the trenches and work alongside your team sometimes. None of these are earth-shattering on their own. But together, they're a game changer. You know, putting together a great team is only half the job. The real challenge is keeping them. So what is it that makes your best people want to stick around? And what sends them looking for the exit? The answer is the environment, the culture you build. It's not just about the paycheck or the perks anymore. Your top people will stay when they feel like they're part of a culture that values them, challenges them, and actually invests in them. You have to consciously build an environment of retention. Okay, let's bring this all home. How do we finally, once and for all, build that bridge over the gap between our goals and our day-to-day reality? The answer is crystal clear. A learning and growth leadership style is the bridge over the gap of discontent. It's that simple. By investing in your people and building up their self-worth, you stop just demanding results, and you start building a team that delivers them naturally and consistently. So I'll leave you with this question. Take a hard look at your team, at your own leadership style, and ask yourself honestly, are you making the gap wider with old school command and control, or are you closing it by creating a culture where people can truly learn and grow?